Greetings, class, and welcome to Theater 14D. Just wanted to let you know you will be the first students to ever take this class at West Valley, so hooray! So let's just jump right in. Okay, first place you're going to want to go is your dashboard for Canvas. I'm assuming you folks know how to get in there. If you don't, make sure you email me so I can get you in there as quickly as possible. You're going to want to find the 14D icon right there, and this will take you into the class. At the top of the page is going to be any announcements. So that was my first announcement there. Over the course of the class, I'll probably put new announcements up to let you know, you folks, what's going on. Okay. So if we scroll down here below the banner here, you've got modules, syllabus, Q&A cafe, and WVC student services. These are all links to take you where you need to go. The one that's most important for us right now is modules. I'll show you how to get to the other ones later on. So let's click right on there. Okay, and this will take us to the modules page, and this is where all the actual course content is going to be located. So you're going to want to start with module 0, which is your orientation. Start here at the overview. Okay, and then follow through about the class, textbook readings. This is all information that you need to know about the class. It will help you be able to understand it and do better at it, I hope. Okay, and then at the bottom of that first section, you've got a discussion about you. So just introduce yourself, maybe meet and greet somebody else in there as well. It's really just about you, so I have an idea who you are, and we can't necessarily meet each other in this class, but it's about as good as we can get right now. So then you're going to want to go to the syllabus. Make sure you read that. I can open that up for you right now. And there is going to be a downloadable version of it too if you need a paper copy. And then also the rest of the syllabus content is here. So this tells you how to contact me if you need to, the required text and materials you need, the grading, how I do that, what's going to be, what the assignments are going to be, and also the dates and the topics, what we're going to be covering when your exams are. So all important stuff that you need to know to get through the class. And then the back half of it is going to be mostly boilerplate, but it could be important information that you need later on. So let me get out of there. And there are also some guidelines and resources in that module 0, which are going to just tell you more about taking online classes, things you need to know, discussion guidelines, academic integrity, all the things you need to know. If you get in a bind or you have a question, wow, how do I do this in an online class? This is information that can help you. So file that in your brain that you can come back to this later and find out more info. Okay. Now the cafe and lounge, there's a direct link to the question and answer cafe, and that is a general discussion which is going to allow you to ask me or anyone else in the class kind of global questions about how to do things in the class or how something works. And so stop in any time to ask questions about course content or assignments. You can answer each other's questions, and of course I will be watching this too to be able to answer everything. So the idea is that if someone asks a question and I answer it, other people can refer to it, so we don't have people asking the same questions all the time. You can do that if you want to, but this is a place where we can put that, kind of create a FAQ, frequently asked questions list at the bottom of it when we're all done. We'll see how it goes. And then the student lounge is a discussion where you folks can talk to each other about pretty much anything. So it can be stuff about the course, it can be stuff outside of the course, really about whatever is going on in your lives. If you feel like sharing, you can put that here. Okay. So going into module 1.0, which is our first module of actual course content, this one is an overview of how pretty much every module is going to be shaped. Okay, so what you will do in it, what's expected of you, what kind of content you're going to be receiving, what kind of work you're going to be needing to do, that is going to be listed in this. So you have 7 points here of contact with the course, and that's pretty much the way each module is going to be working. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through this module so you can see this stuff in detail. So 1.1 Myths and Legends, this is the general lecture part of the module, and I'm not going to lecture on this content right now because this video is already going to be pretty long because this is the intro to the class. So I expect you folks to read this, and then you'll be engaging with it further on as we go into this module. So this is we're covering myths and legends, origins and precursors of superheroes. So make sure you read through this. These are examples of gods, goddesses, and demigods from various religions over the eons, and how they may have directly created the idea of the superhero. Okay. So I go through a variety of different cultures and different animistic and pagan religions. Some interesting stuff in there. And then your first reading assignment is going to be from your textbook, which is Super Gods right here. Okay. And it's just the introduction, which is really like 3 or 4 pages. So there's not going to be a reading quiz this week. There usually will be, just because there's hardly any pages, but just make sure you have the book, read that introduction, get familiar with it. And then I also have additional reading links if you want to. These are optional. Basically, it's the source web pages I used to create my Gods and Demigods page. And then also Journey into Mystery number 83, which is the first appearance of Thor in Marvel Comics. You can also download that or purchase it at Comixology for $1.99. That's why it's optional, so you folks don't have to do that. But if you want to read his first appearance, it's there. I've already read it. And that'll help you because we're going to be talking about Thor as we go into this. There's going to be another page which is specifically about how we're going to be using comics in this class, and I don't expect you folks to spend a fortune on any of this stuff or anything at all. So whenever it's free, I'll make sure I can get those available to you as well. So your first discussion, favorite superhero. I want you to think about who your favorite superhero is and post that, and then also I want you to reply to another person's post. If you learn something new, if you agree with them, or if you're wondering why they said that sort of thing. Post and reply, get to know each other, and we'll kind of dive into this concept of superheroes. And then we have our notes about the movie. So this is going to be on Thor. I figured we should start with the first Thor movie, because it does engage with this idea of gods and demigods and how it ties into superheroes. So make sure you read through this. I also am going to have a little comic origin part in each one of these movie lectures because it helps me direct you folks, okay, where did this character come from originally, and do we know the exact comic that the movie was drawn from? In many cases we do, so I give you folks more sources that you can access there, and then a synopsis of the movie, and then the next page will be the video links, and the video links will also have my lectures as well. So this lecture will be in the 1.5 video links page once I get it finished. So right now I'm still waiting for the school to get the encodes done for the class. I gave them a whole bunch, basically like every superhero movie made over the past 15 years. And so that's a lot of stuff for them to encode. So they're not done with them yet. So right now what I did is I loaded up what I could on my own Google Drive, and I've got links here to Thor. And then also your movie next week will also be delivered this way until I get the real links, and then you can stream it. Okay, but you'll probably have to download it in order to be able to watch it. I also have additional links you'll want to watch just for amusement's sake. The 1981 trailer from Clash of the Titans, and also for the 2010 version of that film, both of which dive in directly into that idea of gods and demigods and superheroic strength. And then also Hercules from 1983. This trailer is hilarious. The movie is even more ridiculous, but like really boring too. So don't watch the whole movie. But if you want to watch something having to do with Hercules, this is where you go. I don't know about the Dwayne the Rock Johnson version of Hercules. I mean, he's big, and I like the Rock, but I don't know if he can really do the same thing that Lou Ferrigno does. And then also there's the trailer for Immortals, which I haven't seen yet. I was really excited about when it first came out, but then I read a review and so I didn't watch it. But the trailer looks very cool, but I could see how it could kind of be a bit of a jumbled mess. So there you go. Good for the trailer makes it look cool. And then you have your study questions. So after you've watched the movie, then I want you to watch these or answer these questions. So this week there are four of them. Some weeks there'll be four, five, six, but they're questions that will engage you directly in the film, and you're going to want to make sure you can answer these. And you can also see what other people answer as well, but not until you put yours in. You get points for them, and then you're also going to want to make sure you can refer to these again later, because I'm going to be drawing from these for the exams. And then you have the wrap up. So at the very end of it, there will be a wrap up saying, okay, this is what we covered, this is what you learned, this is what you did, just to make sure that you don't forget something perhaps, because there's a lot of stuff in these modules. I kind of erred on the side of a lot, which should be fun, but we'll see. If it's too much, I might end up limiting some of the stuff. But this will give you an idea of what you went through. And this will be the pattern for the class. Okay, so this is Module 1. Next week, you'll go into Module 2 and you'll repeat the process. So a lot of content to engage with there. But this week, I want you to do Module 0 and Module 1 just to get you all up to speed and then diving directly into the content. So I hope you enjoy the class as much as I enjoyed writing it. It's a lot of work too, but I think you folks will be doing a lot of work. But it's going to be fun, I think. I hope. I don't know. Anyway, see you next week.